Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today I do appreciate you stopping by. Thanks a bunch. Today's beer comes from Boulevard Brewing. These guys are in Missouri. This is their Space Camper Cosmic IPA. The can says juicy hot blast. This comes to me, by the way, Mr. Fudge, and he says doesn't have a born on date but has a best by date of 6/15/2019 and a 5.9%. And so I'm sure that's probably what it is. And whatever they've written on the bottom of it is written so light I can't hardly read it. Why in the world they would print something in that color on the bottom of a can, I don't know. I can't hardly make it out, guys. I can see some numbers on there, but I can't really make it out. So I can't tell, so we'll just have to take his word for it. Evidently he could read it or read it off another can or something. These have a can on date on it, guys. I tell you this all the time, and I harp over and over and over and over, and y'all are probably tired and sick of hearing me saying it, but not a fan of best by, used by, enjoyed by dates, guys. Tell me when to spin the can and I'll make that decision. That tells me how fresh it is, because we don't know how many months of shelf life they're giving it. So that being said, it is what it is. This is, like I said, an IPA. I don't know what to expect, whether it's a West Coast, East Coast, New England style. I don't know what to expect, but we're about to find out. So let me mark this off of the sheet, and we will get to pouring and see what we have here, guys. I used to be a big fan of their beers. I haven't bought a lot of them recently, but and actually I think I've been up to whether it was their brew pub or whatever. I don't think it was the brewery, but I think I've been to one of their tap rooms or whatever. Maybe it was just a bar that had them. I don't remember now. Been too many years ago, but it wasn't where they were brewing it. I do know that, because there was no facility there for that to happen. So I don't remember what it was, whether it was one or the other there, guys. So over to Untapped. We'll take a quick look to see if there's anything else over there. 50 IBUs is what they're telling me on Untapped for this, 5.9%. Space Camper Cosmic IPA is exhilarating initiation into mind-bending alternative universe of IPA, or India Pale Ales. Our brewers employ massive hop additions at the end of the boil and during fermentation to minimize upfront bitterness and create a juicy IPA bursting with tropical fruit flavors and aromas of nectar and citrus. So, let's find out. We're going to get this thing opened up, and it does look like it's a printed up can, guys. So, and Boulevard's a fairly big brewery. I guess they can afford that, because they're probably likely going to pass those costs over to you and me. And seems to be fairly well carbonated. So I back off a little bit on that aggressive pour. A lot of dark stuff coming out of the bottom of the can on that pour. So it definitely has some sediment in it, or some settling going on in it. It says here they've been brewing since 1989, so they've been doing it for a while, and in my humble opinion, they ought to know they need to put a damn date on it by now, instead of an enjoy by or best by. Get your canned on date on it, guys. That's going to cost you a great point. Big soapy bubbles from an aggressive start of the pour. Does look very cloudy and hazy like a New England style beer does. A little thinner down here, so it's not quite to the big bold orange juice color that a lot of them are. But like I said, maybe close enough, but I don't know. Still got a little bit of thinness here where I can see the light through the glass. A lot of bubble streaming up. It looks very well carbonated. So, to the nose we go. Grapefruit, nice and citrusy, maybe a little pine. Oranges, maybe some slight hint of some tropical fruit. It's cold right out of the fridge, but it doesn't seem to be off the chain in hop aroma. So I would probably not put this into the New England class of beer. But not knowing when it was canned, maybe the age has something to do with that. But we're in before the best before or used by our best buy date of 6/19. Today is 6/9, so we're 10 days away from that. So we're having it when they say we should have it by, but not knowing how many months of shelf life they give it. It is what it is. That's the it. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mr. Fudge. Thank you, sir. Basically, I'm getting the same thing on the taste that I did on the nose. A little bit of citrusiness in there. Hint of some pine and maybe a little grapefruit. Maybe a few tropical notes in there. Maybe some mango or passion fruit or something. It smells decent. I mean, it's not off of the chain in a hop aroma and not off the chain in hop taste. But a decent IPA. A good transitional IPA. The alcohol is very well hidden for 5.9% or so. Let's sip on this thing and come back and find out where it ends up. To me, it tastes a little on the thin, watery side too. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Got a little left here. Okay, lacing effect on the glass. Okay, beer. Decent beer. I mean, I don't want to mealy mouth them or anything like that, but it doesn't have enough taste for my guy. And of course, that's probably because I'm used to drinking super hoppy beers. This is a good transitional beer. With the IBUs being 50 and not a big ABV at 5.9%, maybe something to get you off of what you're drinking if you're drinking some of that macro lager crap, to something that doesn't have a super amount of bitterness and not a huge ABV to get you inebriated. Good lawnmower beer or a good transitional IPA to get you into maybe the style of beer, guys. But for somebody that's used to drinking IPAs, it's okay. It's not an A beer anyway. And them not putting a date on it as far as canned on, we don't know how old it is. And we don't know what they're giving for a shelf life. So probably not something I would pick up for myself. One, because of the ABV, and two, because not having a canned on date. So, but like I said, well made. I do still like some of the Boulevard beers, some of their bigger beers, their specialty beers, but I consider this more of their transitional beer instead of something that I would seek out myself. So, with that being said, final chug. Decent beer, guys. If it had a canned on date on it, it'd give it B+. Since it don't have a canned on date on it, it gets to B. 85. That's where I'm going to put this. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 3.81, so that's just over into their B+ range, and I would give it that if it had a canned on date, guys. I would. And over to Untapped, they have it at 3.76, which is one notch above on their B+. I don't think it's quite there, that them being as big as they are and being able to print something on there. And you can't even read the printing on there, it's so light. So they probably don't want you to see that. So, I'm sticking to my guns, guys. It's a B beer, to me. So, if you're getting it super fresh, or could be able to read something and knowing they've still got 2 or 3 months left on the best by day, you know it's pretty fresh, probably. But I want to see that canned on date. So that's where I'm going to leave it and not quit beating that dead horse, because they're doing what they want to do because they can do what they want to do. And these breweries like to give it a longer shelf life or give it a best by date, so you don't know exactly how old the beer is. That's why that happens. They sell more beer that way. Imagine that. So if you've had the Space Camper Cosmic IPA from Boulevard Brewing, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.